Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you to this first Zoom meeting with BS English 4 class. Uh, I'm waiting for other students to join the meeting, and when we have a sufficient number of students in the Zoom meeting room, then I'll proceed with my today's presentation. Okay. So those who have already joined, you are requested to come to chat box and just say assalamu alaikum to each one and type assalamu alaikum in the chat box. Okay. I'm waiting. Some of you are giving attendance in the WhatsApp group, so you are requested to leave the WhatsApp group and come to the Zoom meeting. Okay. So your attendance will be taken here in the Zoom meeting. So all of you are requested to come to Zoom meeting. Okay. I'm sending a message in the WhatsApp group. Please come to the Zoom meeting and leave WhatsApp group. Okay. Up till now, we have 5 students in the chat box. Mariam Idris has joined. Sayyid Iman Fatma has joined. Hifsa Tariq, Muhammad Ali. So rest uh, students haven't joined yet. So those who have joined, come to the chat box quickly. Hurry up. And okay. Yes, you can. In the meanwhile, we are waiting for others. You can just talk about today's topic, like what is phonetic transcription, what is phonemic transcription, uh, can you convert it, do you know what is phonetic alphabet, regular alphabet, etc. Okay, just type and keep exchanging message with each other. I'm waiting for a few more to join. Okay. Few minutes back, I took up the Zoom meeting with the BS English second semester students, and out of 27, 24 students were present and they actively participated. Now, this is our class with the BS English 4, and now time is 10 to, I mean, 2 minutes are above 10, and still we have only 8 students in the class. I think students should join Zoom meeting, and the time given, it should be followed, and we all should be present at the given time, so that because the meeting time is only 40 minutes, we are using free package, Zoom package. So I think we should be very careful about time. Okay, up till now, I can see in the meeting Asim, Mariam Adris, Muhammad Ali Khan. Muhammad Ali Khan, I'm just pronouncing the name, so you should take note of these names, or you can take screenshots so that we can see who have joined the meeting. So, or you can note down the names: Asim, Mariam Idris, Muhammad Ali Khan, Shujala Qazi, Sayyida Iman Fatma, Umair Arshid. Umair Arshid, why are you in this meeting? Umair Arshid, you should leave the meeting. Okay, you are from second semester students. Hurry up, please. Before I remove you, you should quit yourself. Okay, be quick. Umair Arshid, you should leave the room. And Hifza Tariq and Redmi Note. Who is Redmi Note? Please rename yourself. Okay. So REDMI, Redmi Note. This is the name of a mobile. Please rename yourself. Click on participant and rename yourself. And Umair Arshid, you should leave. Okay. So Muhammad Ali, why do you want to talk, please? Actually, I have to, just go with my class. Time is short with me. So please lower your hand. I will take your questions, after I have talked little bit about today's topic. Okay. So right now, okay. So how many participants? 11 participants. It means your class is not being serious. Anyhow, let me get back to the presentation. Okay, you all are requested to come back to the main screen. So today's topic is phonemic and phonetic transcription. Okay, before I talk about this particular topic, I would like to talk about just a recap of whatever I have been discussing before, because in previous meetings, particularly WhatsApp meetings, I have given you 5 to 6 lectures, and I have covered most of the things like uh, phonemes. What are phonemes? I have just talked about phonemes. Then what are consonants? So today I'll just very in a very quick manner. Not I won't go into detail, but in a quick manner, I'll talk about phonemes and consonants. Like what are consonants? Then description of consonants, like voicing, place of articulation, manner of articulation. These are 3 criteria we use in order to describe consonants. Then vowels. Which sounds are known as vowel sounds? So how we describe them? Okay, so like tongue height is considered, tongue frontness and backness is considered, lip position is considered. So these are some of the criteria we keep in mind while we are talking about vowels. This is known as description of vowels. Then I'll talk about transcription. What is transcription? Like converting regular alphabet into phonetic alphabet or phonemic alphabet is known as transcription. So it can be a phonemic transcription or it can be a phonetic transcription. I'll talk about it. Okay, then in today's meeting, particularly I'll talk about online phonetic transcription tools, okay? Like Fortran's Edit and Phonetizer. Before I move to the next slide, please come to the chat box and type whether I'm audible to you. Can you see the screen? Okay, quickly come to the chat box. Okay, type if am I audible to you, or can you see the screen? Okay, okay, thank you. Now come back to the main screen. Now, first of all, I'll talk quickly about phonemes. Every language of the world has got phonemes. Okay, language is basically sounds. Okay, like our language is basically sounds. So in every language, the minimal unit is known as a phoneme, and English has got 44 phonemes, and Urdu has got 57 phonemes. And you need to listen to my previous video lectures, which are uploaded to YouTube. And secondly, I have been holding online classes on WhatsApp, so I have talked extensively about these things. Even in third semester, when you were being introduced to linguistics, I covered all these points. Just in this meeting, I'll just warm up to your to the topic, because we are going to talk about transcription, phonetic transcription. So we must know there are how many phonemes? 44 phonemes in English. What is a phoneme? You can see the example. Like here is a word cat, and here is a word bat. Bat is a bird, and cat is a is an animal. So here is the transcription: cat and bat. Now when we change this ka sound into ba sound, as you can see here, ba, so the meaning is changed. Now it is an animal and it is a bird. Okay, chamgadar जिसे हम कहते हैं. So cat and bat. So meaning has changed because of changing a phoneme. So phoneme is defined as the smallest or minimal unit of sound which is meaningful, which changes the meaning. Okay, so here is an example from Urdu. Let me drag it up a bit. So सी पल की खबर नहीं, पुल टूटने वाला है. अच्छा, अगर आप में से किसी ने वीडियो ऑन की हुई है, वीडियो ऑफ कर दें. ओके, जस्ट मी लेट मी चेक द सिक्योरिटी. ओके, start video. Okay, your video is off by my side. Still, if you have any video, you must switch it off. Okay, so let me go back to the class. Okay, so here is a sentence from Urdu. पल की खबर नहीं, पुल टूटने वाला है. अब यहाँ देखिए, पल के अंदर ये जो जबर है, ये एक वावल साउंड है. ये पे और लाम, दे आर कॉन्सोनेंट्स. ओके, एंड हियर इज अ वावल साउंड. अब जैसे ही वावल साउंड हमने चेंज की, वावल साउंड का मतलब एक फनीम हमने चेंज किया. व्हेन वी चेंज अ फनीम, देखें पे जबर की जगह में पेश लेके आया, पुल. तो अब देखें, पे और लाम, पा एंड ला, पा एंड पे और लाम यानी फा एंड, ये दो साउंड जो कॉन्सोनेंट है, ये सेम है, यहाँ भी सेम है. what is happening? I'm just changing the phoneme. यानी कौन सा फनीम चेंज कर रहा हूँ मैं? वावल साउंड. तो मीनिंग चेंज हो गया. पल का मतलब होता है पल की खबर नहीं, एक घड़ी की खबर नहीं, एक मिनट की खबर नहीं, बंदा मरने वाला है. और पुल टूटने वाला ये अलग चीज है. सो मीनिंग हैव चेंज. सो व्हाट इज अ फनीम? Phoneme is a minimal unit of sound which changes meaning. Okay, when we change it and we bring meaning. इसके contrast में क्या है, we have allophone. So allophone does not change meaning. We will talk about it later on. Okay, now let me take you to the next slide. Here is a chart, phonemes chart. Okay, 44 phonemes have been shown on it. So you can just let me bring it here, somewhere here. So okay, okay. So as you can see here, this is consonant chart at the bottom of this slide, and I have shown 24 consonant symbols. Okay, so you need to practice them again and again. Okay, like you have to write them like we pronounce them: p, b, t, d, ch, j, k, g, v, s, z, sh, j, m, n, n, l, r, w, y. These are this is how we pronounce them, and these are vowel sounds. As you can see here, from this to this, they are known as single vowel sounds. These, the vowel sounds which have this semicolon, they are long vowel sound, like e, u. Okay, these are long vowel sound. O, a, these are long vowel sound, and these are 7 short vowel sound: a, o, a, and a. And these are diphthongs, 8 diphthongs. Yesterday I talked about in a video, like these are known as centering glides, centering diphthong: ia, oa, ea. And these are closing our glides are diphthongs: a, oi, I, o, ow, like this. Now let's move to the next slide quickly. I'm just recapping things, okay, so that you may have an idea about previous lectures. Okay, otherwise no need to explain all this because I already talked. Now diphthongs, sorry, vowel sounds. So while talking about consonant sounds, how we describe them, there are 3 criteria as I mentioned: voicing, place of articulation, and manner of articulation. So let's say here's a vowel sound, as you can see here, pa. So how we will describe it? I'm not talking about description. Here is a word description. Okay, so we will tell someone that it is a voiceless, it is a bilabial sound, and it is a stop sound. So 3 criteria will be used. Voiceless, we have to tell someone that it is a voiceless phoneme. Okay, it is bilabial, it is produced at lips. Okay, and it is stop, manner of articulation. Okay, like we put our lips together and we stop the outgoing air, and then we release this air, and this way it is produced. And example 2 is zzz. This is known as zzz. It's a voiced consonant. Okay, voiced consonant. It is alveolar. We produce it at alveolar ridge. What do? We bring the blade of our tongue against alveolar, and we say zzz, and there is a friction, audible friction, fricative sound. Fricative sound, it is known as fricative sound. This is how we describe consonants. So 3 criteria is used in order to transcribe consonants: voicing, place of articulation, and manner of articulation. Let me show you a chart. This is consonant chart, as you can see here, and I have plotted all the 24 consonants. So you need to have this competence or skill, how to insert, like these horizontal axis indicates places of articulation. We have bilabial sounds, like these 4 sounds are known as bilabial sounds. They are produced at lips. Labiodental, these two sounds. Okay, and dental sound, these are actually in English language they are known as interdentals, but in Urdu or Hindko, maybe in Pashto, they are known as dental sound. We place a tip of the tongue behind the teeth, and then we try to produce them. Okay, alveolar. At this area, alveolar ridge, there are many sounds. Okay, almost 7 sounds are produced here. Alveolar ridge. Okay, blade of the tongue touches the alveolar ridge. Then we have an area between palatal and alveolar known as palatal alveolar. These are 4 sounds. Okay, and palatal only 1 sound. Okay, this one, yeah. Palatal mean hard palate, hard roof of the mouth, and velar is known as soft palate. 3 sounds are produced here, and glottal only 1 sound, that is larynx. Ha sound is produced. So this axis is known as places of articulation, and this is known as manner of articulation. Okay, vertical, stop, affricate, fricative, nasal, lateral, and approximates. Okay, stops mean the air is stopped. Like in order to articulate them, we stop the air at lips, and in order to articulate these 2 sounds, tha and da, we stop the air at alveolar ridge. Okay, Duh. You can feel it. And we just push the back of the tongue against soft palate, and we stop or constrict the outgoing air. Okay, this much for consonant chart. Now talking about uh, vowel sounds. So vowels are those sounds in which outgoing air is subjected to it is not subjected to any obstruction. So air from lungs travels through larynx and goes out into the atmosphere without any obstruction. So this sort of sound is known as vowel sound. Okay, so in order to talk about vowels, we use three criteria: tongue of the height of the tongue, frontness and backness of tongue, and lip position. So let me show you the tongue position in just a minute. Let me draw it quickly here. Uh, okay. So if I talk about this, let me bring the pen quickly. And so here we have this, let's say, let me draw the tongue like this. It is a tongue. So how many parts it has got? This is a tip of the tongue. Okay, this area is known as blade of the tongue, and this area is known as front of the tongue. Front is actually under the hard palate, that is under the roof, and this is known as back of the tongue. Let me transcribe it, draw it here. This area is known as back of the tongue. So just against it we have soft palate here, soft palate, and this is known as root of the tongue. Okay, so let me clear it. And okay, we don't have a razor. Okay, more options. Okay, okay, right now I can't have a razor, so let me move on. So now you can see the mouth cavity here. Just a minute. Here we have mouth cavity. So front of the front, central and back, this is frontness. And height, high or close, mid and low. Let me show you the next slide, then it will be visible. Okay, let me move to the next slide. Okay, so okay, here is next slide. Now you can see, let me show you. So this is a mouth cavity, and let me put it to the maximum. Now you can see these are front vowels. Okay, these four are front vowels. Why are they called front vowels? Because they are produced when front side of the tongue is raised. Okay, e, a, a. So this is these are known as four are front vowel sound. They are English sound. Okay, these are four or five known as back vowels, because back of the tongue is raised. This is back of the tongue. This is raised here, and it touches the soft palate. U, o, a, and you can say a. So these are four back vowels. These are central vowels. Okay, there are three central vowels as well. So one feature is, in order to describe vowels, that we use frontness of the tongue or backness of the tongue. You can say buccal cavity or this mouth cavity. And second is height of the tongue, the distance between the roof of the mouth and the surface of the tongue. Like E is known as E is known as close vowel, because your tongue goes up and this vowel sound is produced. And when you produce this vowel, a, like cat, bat, sat, so your jaw drops down. Okay, and your tongue moves down with your jaw. So this vowel is known as open vowel. Okay, this one, last one, it is an open vowel. Okay, so uh, tongue height is considered. Okay, tongue height is considered, tongue frontness and backness is considered, and lip rounding, like rounded lip, spread lip, neutral lips. Like when you produce ooh, so your lips are rounded. Okay, when you produce e, your lip are spread. Okay, so this is your description of vowel sounds. I'm quickly covering these things because I don't want to spend much time. Already everything has been covered. I'm just moving towards the main topic because I have got 40 minutes with me. So then I will be asking you to open your mic and talk to me as well. Right now we are having 15 students in the classroom, and let me quickly pronounce them so that Ali may take note of these. Ali, you can just take screenshots so that we can know who has joined us today. Akab Jadoon, has joined us. Asiba, Hifsa, Muhammad Asam, Marnoor Nawaz, Maryam Idris, Muhammad Ali Khan, Shujala Qazi, Sibgha Noor, Saida, Iman Fatima, Uzair Khan, Waleed Khan, and Sayyid Anis Ali. So these are the students who are with me today. Actually, there are 23 students, but 8 students are absent. Anyhow, now converting regular English alphabet uh, into phonetic alphabet is known as transcription. Now you should not confuse transcription with description. So description is talking about phonemes, and transcription is converting regular English alphabet into phonetic alphabet. So what is regular English alphabet? We have 26 letters of alphabet. You know, in English language, books are printed in with the help of this 26 letters of alphabet. But there are, sorry, there are more sounds than alphabet. So there are 44 phonemes. So converting regular alphabet into phonetic alphabet is known as transcription. So there are two type of transcription. One is known as phonemic transcription, and another one is known as phonetic transcription. So phonemic transcription means that we don't give much detail. Okay, we just give short and broad type of information about phonemes. Okay, very minimal information is given about phonemes. And phonetic is we give a lot of detail about phonemes, like it is known as narrow transcription. Okay, narrow transcription. And it is detailed. We also talk about fortis and lannis status. We also talk about allophonic variations. We also talk about many features of each phoneme in phonetic transcription. Usually, with students, we use phonemic transcription. We just teach them how to convert regular English alphabet into phonetic alphabet. Now, I'm going to share, online resources. I will introduce two tools with you, and I'll demonstrate. You are requested to bring a notebook close to you, because I will give you an activity, and you will convert some words from regular English alphabet into phonetic alphabet in your notes register or notebook. Okay, and when I'll be converting it using online tools, so you will tally your conversion with mine. Okay, and you will check how many words you did right. Okay, so please bring a piece of paper or some notebook close, and open ballpoint pen with you. Now watch, I'm sharing online resources. Okay, now I'll take you to Google. Okay, I'm going to share new share. Okay, wait a while. So here we are. So I will first of all take you to important tool, Fortran Edit. Fortran Edit. As you can see, I'm typing it in the Google. Fortran Edit is an automatic converter. Okay, it converts English into phonetic transcription. Okay, so after typing this like this, you should click here, text to phonetics. Okay, text to phonetics. Now I'm going to convert few words into phonetic transcription. Okay, okay. Let me first bring it down somewhere here. Okay, let's see, scroll down, and this will give us receive pronunciation. Okay, the pronunciation which is used in BBC or standard English. Okay, let's say we have this word English. Okay, English. I'm copying this word and pasting it here, and now it will be converted into phonetic transcript. Okay, so show transcription. You can just a minute. Okay, that is working. So in a while we will see, as you can see here, it is now converted, as you can see, it is now converted into English. As see, English. So this is known as phonemic transcription. This is known as phonemic transcription. Okay, now let's take another example. Okay, now this word is paste. Okay, I'm going to convert this one into phonetic transcription, or you can say phonemic transcription. Okay, now click here, show transcription. Okay, wait a while. and here is the word paste. So you can see this is pha sound, it's a consonant. This is a diphthong. Yesterday I talked about diphthong. Paste, there are four sounds, three consonants. One consonant is here, two consonants are here, and in between we have a diphthong. Paste. So hope you have got how we converted. Now you are requested to come to chat box so that I want to ask you, can you see Google and can you see this transcription? Okay, come to chat box quickly. Can you see the transcription in front? I mean, Google is seen to you. Okay, thank you. Now come back to the main screen. Now this tool is very important tool. It converts, let's say, regular English alphabet into, phonemic alphabet. Let me give you another example. Let's say there's a word knowledge, KNOWLEDGE, knowledge. Now you see, we don't pronounce this K. It is in only in spelling system. We start pronouncing it from here. No, ledge, LEGE. So few letters are superfluous. They are extra. How we will come to know? When we click on this button, show transcription. Okay, show transcription. Now here we can see knowledge, five sounds. Knowledge. Okay, this is consonant, and this last one is consonant. Although there are two characters in it, but this represent only single phoneme. This is ja sound, ja. In Urdu we have jeen. Okay, knowledge. And this is known as a stress mark, primary stress. Okay, so knowledge. Is it okay now? Now I'm going to take you to another tool known as phonetizer, that also converts ordinary text into what should I say, this phonemic transcription. Okay, phonetizer, PHO, phonetizer, like this, phonetizer. So when you hit the button here, you see this is phonetizer. Okay, both of these tools are available online as well as offline. Okay, so if you want to convert regular English alphabet into phonetic alphabet, you can use this one as well. Okay, let's say we type a word here, international. International. Can you see it? International. So this is the spelling system, international. So when you click this button, transcribe, so your transcription will be shown here. Okay, let me magnify for you. As you can see here, international. Okay, let me copy this and contrast it with another tool. Okay, I'm sharing new screen, and here we have this one. Okay, let me put it here. So this has been done with the help of phonetizer. Let me magnify it for you. Okay, international. Now let's move back to uh, Google, and here we go. So we have now Fortran edit. Okay, Fortran edit, Fortran edit, Fortran edit. Now we are going to transcribe it with the help of Fortran edit. Okay, Fortran edit. So wait a while, it is coming up. Sometime net is slow. So now the same word international will be transcribed with the help of this tool. Okay, Fortran edit. Okay, I'm going to type international, 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 N-A-T-I-O-N-A, international. Okay, so this is spelling system, orthography. Now hit the button transcription, and let's see what type of conversion this tool does for us. And here we go. Okay, and this is the transcription. You can see this one. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it into MS Word document. Okay, new share, and here we are. Okay, now this is the second transcription which has been done with the help of Fortran edit. Okay, you can see The same phonetic transcription has been done. The only difference is that this one is more accurate. Why? Because this shows international. This Shava should not be here. Actually, it should have been here, somewhere here. Okay. So let me copy it. Copy. Maybe there is something wrong. So time is running out. Okay, we have got only for 10 minutes left. Okay, I'm just quickly covering this. So this is the actual transcription, international. But usually when we have L sound at the end, this is known as lateral sound. So we don't use shva, and in it we just use a caret. Anyhow, I'll explain it. So this is one way to kind of convert uh, ordinary alphabet into phonetic alphabet. Now here is an exercise for you quickly, that there is a word late, L-A-T, late. Okay, so try to convert it into your notebook into phonetic alphabet. Okay, and here's a word cart, here's a word chain, here's a word three. Please be quick with this. Try to convert it. Like three can be converted into three, e. Okay, let me introduce another important tool, and uh, so that we can have IPA typewriter. Okay, IPA typewriter. So here is IPA typewriter, Google. So very important tool is IPA typewriter, IPA typewriter, this one. Okay, so I'm going to convert few words with the help of this. Let's say there was a word three. Okay, so I am a student and I am practicing. Okay, I am practicing. Okay, three, three. So according to my estimate, it should be like this one, okay. It is now typed r, ra sound somewhere here, this one. Let me trace it quickly because time is running out. Ra sound, and then long vowel sound, this one, three. Now this is the transcription. Okay, three. I'm going to copy it from here, and I'll just quickly share it. Can you share? Just a minute. So here is the word three. So I'm going to put it here, as you can see here. So this is my transcription. Now, what is your transcription? Have you transcribed it? Now we are going to check it with the help of Fortran edit. Here is a Fortran edit. Okay. So let me share new screen, and here we go to. Okay. Here we are with the Fortran edit. Okay, Fortran edit. Let's check this with the help of Fortran edit. Okay, text to phonetics, and wait a while. Text to front. This will be the last example, because then I'll come back to the classroom and I'll request you to open your mic and say a few words about today's class. Inshallah, we'll have another meeting soon. So here's a word three, three. Okay, let's hit the button, and let's see what type of conversion has been done for us. So here it is, three. Yes, the same which was done by me with the help of IPA typewriter. Okay. So if we share it in our Word document, so let me show you Fortran edit. So here I'm going to magnify it for you so that you can compare. See, this was done by me with the help of IPA typewriter, and this has been done automatically with the tool. Okay, so you have been introduced to three tools today: Fortran edit, phonetizer, and IPA typewriter. So you need to practice at home. Now this is your task: late, water, cart, chain, three, this, board, and singer. So you have to convert it, first yourself and in the notebook, and then try to convert it using IPA typewriter, and then you must compare it with Fortran edit and phonetizer. Now please, I'm going to request you to come to the main window. Let me share the screen again. There are other words as well. Here's a long one page, like doctor, college, school, you, earth, bathe, pleasure, shine. So you have to convert all this into phonemic alphabet. Okay, so this is your task. So let me check how much time we have with us. Just a minute. So we still have 5 minutes. Okay. So okay, let me click on new share, and here is our PowerPoint. So now I'm going to request you to one by one open your mic and comment on today's meeting. So if you can raise your hand, it will be easy for me. Raise your hand if you want to talk. Otherwise, I will point you out. We have got 4 to 5 minutes. I want you to talk to me direct. And if you have any question, quickly just make a comment. Raise your hand, please. Otherwise, I will nominate you. Anyone waiting? Akib? Galaxy J4. Galaxy J4, next time whenever you come, you should always join with your proper name. Okay, Akib, unmute yourself. Akib, unmute yourself and speak to the class or to me. Click on unmute button. There will be a button, unmute button. Click on your audio. Hurry up, please. Akib. Akib, can't you unmute yourself? Click on audio button. Yes, please. Go ahead. Yes, your mic is open. Please speak. Akib, go ahead. Okay, anyone else? Okay, nobody is speaking, so I'll request Marnoor Nawaz to unmute yourself and speak. Marnoor Nawaz. Manu, hurry up, please. Unmute yourself and speak to the class and comment on today's meeting. If someone doesn't speak in answer to a request by the tutor, it means he or she is not present in the class, technically. So, Manur is absent, okay. Now we have Muhammad Ali Khan. So, Muhammad Ali Khan, you can speak. Unmute yourself, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, please unmute yourself. Yes, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but you are always in the bazaar or somewhere else. You never stay at home.
Sir, yes. Sorry, sir. I am in shop.
Yes. So you always
I'm sorry.
much time to you.
Sir.
You don't do you have time for your studies, Ali?
Yes, sir. I have, sir. After 12 p.m. I go to home, and my elder brother comes to shop. That time I am totally free, and I manage to write my lectures and all type of all these kind of lectures and all these kind of online classes from WhatsApp or YouTube, etc.
Okay, Ali, that's fine. Okay, what do you say about today's class? Did you learn something new from today's class?
Yes, sir. Sir, it was a good experience, and sir, there were some things that could not be understood through WhatsApp. Means like the means, sir, the articulation picture means from lungs to mouth. This, sir, you have shared a picture in the book.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Ali, you have accidentally unmuted yourself. It's okay. Actually, you should not rely upon voice messages in the WhatsApp. I always share YouTube video. First, I record a lecture, on a PowerPoint, and then I upload it to YouTube video. So you should download my YouTube video lectures and then watch them. And if still you have a question, then you can make a PowerPoint yourself, and using X Recorder, you can send your query to me. Okay. Now, thank you very much. Now, anyone else? Hurry up, please. Okay, Iman Fatma, you are requested to speak in the mic. Iman Fatma, hurry up. Iman Fatma and Manur, you are.
Sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, today's lecture was quite understandable for me, and everything is clear. The tools you have talked about, Fortran and two other IPA typewriter, they are very useful for us because some words are like we can't transcribe. Still, we can't transcribe them in phonetic transcription. So
Okay.
I think
Okay,
today's lecture was very.
It's okay. Now time is going to be up because this class has got only 40 minutes. So now it will automatically end. Thank you very much. We have 16 participants. Ali, you are requested to send me the attendance in WhatsApp group, and this video lecture will be uploaded to YouTube. Next time, whenever we have a meeting, you are requested be present in the meeting, everybody. Now you are requested to encourage others. I want full participation. Like we have 23 students, okay? Umair Arshad's case is still under process, and he has been directed to visit a college and get it settled. Other